Okay. I think we're finally over the technical difficulties I was just having. Alright, looks like things are going good. People keep asking me if I'm actually going on, because I'm even later than usual tonight. But I think we're good here. Let me just get this Instagram shared out as per usual. Let's go here. I don't know if anyone's still awake, because it is... What time is it? It is 11:15. I was almost ready to go at like 9 o'clock, and then I just got... yeah. Well... You know, like the squirrel, ooh, shiny. That kind of thing. So, let's put this up in the old toy network. Okay. Farad Foo. Not much, man. I mean, the technical difficulty I was having was, for some reason, the desktop audio wasn't registering on my screen. So the mic was coming through, but I couldn't get the tunes to show up in OBS for some reason. I don't know why. I just restarted everything, had to shut down the computer, and it started working again. Ted, what's up, Ted? Do you feel refreshed, Ted, after your toy therapy session? Seemed like you guys had a nice little talk. Yeah. Fat Red, that's exactly... Yeah, that's what it was showing me on the monitor, but it's so hard to tell sometimes. Alright, let me copy this over to my broadcast thingamahoozer. Feel like I need another one. Yeah, no kidding. And Ted, if I ever do start actually doing something with people on here, I'll definitely invite you if that's something you're interested in. Maybe we'll get the part of your diorama finished up or something together. Axion, what's up, man? Doing the late show today. Come on. All right. Your totes look like a bank of monitors next to your console window. Yeah, for sure, Ted. Yeah, those are, that's actually one of those little, you know, like for nails and stuff. They're not even totes, it's one of those little, those things. Actually, I never sleep, so I was waiting for your message to pop up. Right on, man. Sleeping is good, though. You definitely don't want to miss out on that too much. For sure, for sure. So I don't know if any of you guys saw the Instagram reel of this little freaking cheesy robot I made out of foam. But I was just sitting here the other day and I was thinking, and sometimes it's really nice to make something without having a camera on it, to have to think about it. So I was just playing around. I was like, you know what? I bet you I could make like a robot or a figure. Robot's easier because it's, you know, square. But yeah, I'm gonna draw one up and see if I could do something better, or maybe copy something that already exists. I don't think I'm gonna do that this stream, so I'm not sure, but that wasn't the plan. I'm gonna work on this thing some more and add some of the details and buttons. But I don't know, this was kind of cool, and Yeah, maybe making some mechs or something like that. It's definitely challenging, and I don't think I could do anything with motion, except maybe if I use dowel rods and holes, or made joints on a 3D printer and then glued them in place. Foamus Prime, Robo Foam. Oh, awesome. You guys are into it. Yeah. Ted, yeah, I'm sure I could rig up some articulation. And like I said, for something very basic articulation, you know, I could just use dowel rods, so you could kind of move the arms like this. And you could probably... Yeah, I could get 5 points of articulation with just dowels. For sure. Maybe even more than 5. 5, 6, 7, 7, because I could do wrist swivels pretty easy too. But or I could make some kind of joint, like ball joint or something on the 3D printer. Stop It Productions, what's up? How you doing? Looks like one of Craftsman figs. I'm not familiar with that. Arm movement is all you need. Then you can be working on the console. Yeah, maybe a head swivel would be good too. Arms and heads. The legs don't really need to do much. I wouldn't be able to do the legs like this. If I was going to make leg motion, I'd have to have a section that came down and then have the legs pinned in like the old, you know, the old figures. I guess some of the current small figures are still built like that. Not so Super Mario. Happy Friday, buddy. Well, for the next 40 minutes anyway. Never heard of the Craftsman. Oh, dude, you mean the... Okay. Oh, it's the Craftsman. That guy. Yeah, I think... he's cool. He's really cool. But I didn't remember him doing that. But he's got a lot of cool videos. All kinds of really cool videos. I think he uses the sock puppet or something. Yeah, man. Briscoe, what's up, Briscoe? And Fat Red Foo, magnets would be cool. But this small, the magnets might present a little bit of a problem. I'd have to make the figure significantly bigger because there wouldn't be enough foam for it to grip onto. The little neodymium magnets, they're too strong for foam. You'll glue it and it'll just rip chunks of foam out. I mean, I guess if it's just sitting on there and just swiveling, I guess it would be fine, but you'd have to be really careful with it. And the ceramic magnets tend to be significantly bigger than this guy would be able to fit. But I could make them bigger. For sure. For sure. Put him right there. He's a little too small for the console anyway, Ted, that you mentioned that. We got a bunch of people coming in here. You guys are just bored on a Friday night, huh? Just want to hear me ramble for a minute and watch me try to figure out what I'm going to do with this. So I know I said I was going to try and do the random diorama last week, and I totally did not do that. But I am going to do it eventually. There you go, R2-D2, exactly. We're here for the smooth jazz, yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, that music actually gets me into the mood when I put it on. I'm like, all right. As soon as I hear that playing, I'm like, all right, I gotta get serious. I gotta turn the stream on. I gotta stop watching Ted Darklaw and Black Knight over on Payne's Toy Samples, which was interesting. Okay, what am I going to do with this? I think I'm basically done with the foam, so yeah, I think it's time for clay. So let me get some clay. Maybe we'll switch over to this camera while I play with the clay for a minute. Okay. Starting to get a little collection of some already baked clay pieces. And these are some little scraps from laser cutting. I don't know if any of these will be useful. Maybe these really little ones will be. But I need to do some more laser cutting. Probably tomorrow I got to get some squares and stuff cut out. That'll make this go even faster. So that's a little bit thicker than what I was planning. Let me see what that looks like. And what do we got? Fridge magnets. Doing good. Everyone's saying hello to each other. Good stuff. Tortilla shells for a second. Yeah, or some pasta. I mean, this is kind of like pasta. I'm gonna bake it, but I don't know. I could definitely make it look like pasta. Actually, a little plate of linguine would look really cool. I don't think I'm gonna do that right this second. I don't know, I'm thinking about it though. I have those little plates from the Dragon Ball, the restaurant with the chairs and stuff. I think, what company made that? I think it's an SH Figure Arts kit. Okay. Well, you know what? We might be able to see what we got here. Might be enough right there. So I'm kind of thinking about doing some kind of grate for this top piece here, and I might do that out of clay as well. And you know what? Since we're doing clay, I'm going to go ahead and get the toaster now so I can get that set up. I'll move my emergency chocolate over here. You need that plate of linguine for your yeah, that would be cool, actually. I need to start doing some little food items. Bandai. It might be Bandai. Give me a sec. It's actually SH Figure Arts. It is. Oh, but Bandai also. Wait, where did I see? Oh, yeah, there's SH Figure Arts. It's everything. Every company in existence on one box is what it is. Kind of looks like a Voltron. Dude, I love Voltron. So this set actually has amazing accessories, but the way the chairs and the table are is, The cushions just kind of slide right off. They don't have anything to click onto, and the table is a bit wobbly. But the accessories are absolutely awesome. I mean, the little plates, and they give you so many of them, and all the little ramen bowls. All different types of bowls, little beer bottles, the food. Definitely very, very cool. Very cool little set. As my headphones go sliding down my back. Yeah, it is Briscoe. It is. But like I said, the thing I didn't like about it was the table was just a bit wobbly. So if you were okay with just putting it together, see that? I push it down and it just wants to pop off. If you're okay with putting it together and then super gluing it together, it'd be totally fine. Or if you're just okay with it kind of, it just kind of, you just touch it and now it's wobbly again. It doesn't sit snug, so it's like the tolerances were a little bit off when they made the toy. But it's got the Lazy Susan on top too, so that's pretty cool. It's so weird that everything was perfect except for that one little bit of functionality. And that these don't have anything to click onto, which just seems kind of silly. There's nothing there to secure them, so. But overall, just for the plates and stuff, I think it was worth it for me. But full disclosure, I actually had this sent to me, so I didn't buy it. Alright, let me get one of these plates out, just in case I decide to try that. Magnets. Magnets for everything, right? Yeah, Axion, you're right. The chairs could be used without the cushions. And I almost think that's why they didn't put anything there, so you can use them with or without the cushions. But I just think using it... I mean, it does match with the cushions on, but... yeah. Am I really going to sit here and see what linguine would look like? Yeah, sure, why not? Grab a little piece. And I'm going to thin it out a little bit. Oh, you know what? I can probably do that right here. I'm not sure if I can actually get it small enough to look right. Oh, I can't do that because it will melt. I'm already making a huge mess here. I haven't gotten anything done. There's no room to do anything. Okay. Nope. Nope, that ain't gonna cut it. I mean, this is the random diorama channel. That's fair. Very fair. I haven't been in a fancy restaurant where the chair cushions match the tablecloth in a long time. Me neither. I actually haven't been anywhere with a tablecloth in a long time. So you're already a step over me. I'm trying to think the last time I ate somewhere with a tablecloth. Wow. A little bit of tack. Tack school glue? Do you mean like glue stick? I'm not sure, Briscoe. What you mean by tack school glue? If you mean like the blue tack would work. Or just regular Elmer's. Come on, dude. That one is pathetic looking. Look at that. It's a little better. let's just see what these look like if I just kind of smush them up a little. That's gonna work, but I'm gonna need a few more. We're actually getting some thunder here, which is crazy. We've been needing rain so badly. The temperature was 110 degrees today, which is outrageous for this time of year. Local pizzeria had plastic red and white checkered tablecloths. Yeah. The chairs didn't match though. Like a dab of school glue, just enough so you can take it off without much glue left behind. Yeah, I guess that will work. I feel like it would get knocked off like really easy when you were trying to pose a figure on the chair. But if you're very gentle, then I guess that would work. I need to figure out something, maybe flour, something that I could use to dust things so the clay doesn't stick to quite so much. Alright, I think that's going to be enough. Doesn't really look like enough, but we're going to stop there. And heck, while we're doing this, I was going to do like almost like fettuccine Alfredo style, but I guess we could throw a few meatballs in there just for shits and giggles. Okay, now that we got that, let's get back to what I was actually trying to do. Breadsticks. Blue tack would probably be the better option. Right on, right on. Water is best to keep the clay from sticking. That's a good thought. I don't think I've ever actually tried just water, but now that, I mean, I use water to smooth clay when I'm making something, but I never thought about it to use it in that way, so yeah, it's a good idea. Okay. Too much crap. You know, this is crazy. I literally built this table. It's 8 feet long. I'm only using, well, I guess with the hot wire cam and everything, I'm using all of it. But I still don't have enough room. There's never enough room. Wild. All right, something up here. 5 inches should be sufficient by a little bit less than an inch. Breadsticks. Man. I'll make a few breadsticks. We'll see how they come out. Oh, that didn't cut all the way, huh? Oh. Duh. Okay, we will just act like that didn't happen. So I love the grid on this mat. So handy to use one of these. A little bit shy of 1 inch. We'll go like right about there. This might be a little bit too long. It might warp a little bit. So I guess we're gonna see. I was originally do it in several sections, and I may still have to do that. Am I doing this on the camera? No, I have this other cam in the way. Just move that up there. David Jones. How you doing, David Jones? Air fryer hot. All right, Axiom, I'm not taking any more requests from you now. It's done. You want corn dogs, egg rolls, chicken nuggets, you might just be hungry, dude. I'm going to trim it down and separate it. I'll put a little beam in the middle. Okay. Crap. Nah, the clay doesn't shrink too much. It's pretty close. Close enough, anyway. When I put it on there, I'm gonna put foam trim around it anyway, so if there's any, you know, it doesn't have to be exact. Are you making vents and biscuits? That's exactly what I'm doing. It's gonna be kind of a weird metal texture thing. I don't know. I made a piece like that before. I have it somewhere, just a small little piece. And I thought it looked kind of cool. It doesn't even have to be super uniform. Where the heck did it go? Man, I'm blind. All right. Biscuits and gravy. Derailing this? No, you're doing fine. Not a big deal. There's no plan here to derail, really. I mean, I just have a loose idea of what I'm doing. So, I don't know, Fat Red, if you like going around derailing people, I might be your arch nemesis, because there really aren't any freaking rails here, man. It's just kind of doing three-dimensional chess on your derailing plans. The derailing agenda. I'm geeking. No, it's cool, man. What else do I want to do here? One more piece? Do one there. Oh no, I can't copy it on the other side. Oh well. That's okay. I'll just put it there. I think that's gonna work. Always apprehensive of asking too many questions. You're fine, man. If there was 30 people in here, I wouldn't be able to read them all and still work on stuff, but, you know, just a small group of people asking stuff, not a big deal. It's 1 a.m. here. We're watching an artist work and grooving to smooth tunes. It was derailed at the start. It was. It was derailed before it ever began. Absolutely. Okay, so we got... Is there anything else that would be cool? Oh, a keyboard. I might need some keyboards. That would be a good idea. There it went. Now that was derailed right there. But we got enough good spots in there. These are for the top, yes. Eldor, how you doing, man? Welcome to the mostly over-the-hill late-night chill crafting stream. Yep. All right, let's cook that and see what that looks like. What do we got? What do we got? People have heard that I am tinkering with custom figs and dials, and now I'm inheriting a lot of old, mostly broken toys. Yeah, no, that happens, and that's cool. I'm currently soaking a big tote of disassembled Legos that had kid crud and dog hair all over them. Okay, well, don't know what you're gonna do with the Legos. I mean, you just trade them or something, or use them. Although Legos are pretty useful in craft situations. I've had people locally bring me stuff sometimes, but I've had people offer to send me things before, and I don't know, I just haven't done it. I could set up a P.O. box and all that, and maybe I will one day. But I've had a couple of people send me some stuff here and there. Alright, I'm just gonna let that sit in there for a moment. Well, yeah, but I mean, Legos are really, really useful. They work really great if you're doing like silicone molds. You can build the box around stuff. They're good for pushing things in. And actually, you know, where is he? This guy. Oh man, I wasn't even thinking about that, but Legos would go a long way with this. The little swivel pieces and stuff. You could do all the articulation on this by just gluing some Legos to the foam, or, you know, cutting the foam into pieces and sandwiching the little Lego swivelly bits in between there. For sure. Alright, let's see what we got here. As I drop little bits of clay all over the place. It's gonna need a little more cooking. I thought that might happen. I really hope I didn't drop anything in the toaster, because that will cause some smoke, but I don't see anything. Alright, let's put these back in. These are done. Let me take the little ones off. Yeah, it's all this other stuff here that's not done, the bigger pieces. These are actually all pretty much done. This is probably close. This is going to need a little bit more. They do tend to, it's weird, they come out a little soft when it's still hot, and then they kind of harden up on their own. But we're going to go ahead, here, we'll just put these in here. Go ahead and run that one more time. Alberto, what's up, man? Just having a late night stream. Got started a little late. Not that unusual for me to get started a little late. Working on some clay pieces that are going to go on this guy right here for the buttons and such. Chilling out and talking to the chat. Anybody working on anything right now? Or I know it's late, so everyone's probably just chilling, winding down. Except for Axion, who doesn't sleep. If Ted's still awake, he's probably packing boxes. Are you going to pre-paint the grate before gluing it on? I think I probably will. I'm not sure, though. So originally I was thinking I would. But now that I'm thinking about building a frame on the, you know, a piece, there's going to be a piece down here as well. So there'll be a frame. I don't know. We'll see. It will be easier to get the metallic on there looking better if it's not attached when I paint it. Working at work. Well, on the bright side, at least you can chill out a little bit while you're at work and hang out and chat for a little bit with us, man. Okay, let's just let that chill. Still working on Ruins Dio. Posted picture on the IG story. I'm not remembering it, Alberto. I can't remember if I looked at it or not. I look at a lot of IG. I'll try to check it out later. What do we got here? It is midnight. All right. The stream is my moral support. Okay. Okay. Yeah, man, we're just here to chill. Let's see what our pasta's looking like. It actually looks okay without the paint. Not too bad. Man, I need to cut my fingernails. I think the entire hobby of putting Gundams together is called Gunpla. Yeah, thanks, Fat Red. I think it did come out pretty good. I might throw the little yellow paint on there later to, you know, well, really watered down like beigey yellow to get the pasta color, but it's pretty close. It looks like raw pasta though. And maybe we'll just paint the little. These are gonna be. I think if I'm going to want the meatballs to look convincing, I guess I could set them on the side like that. That would be okay. If I want them to sit convincingly on the pasta, I'll probably have to glue them, a little bit of tacky glue to glue them in place, but as that stands, that'll be all right. I guess I could put one on the other side, give it a little more random look. Nah, they're not going to look right unless I glue them around. Okay. Just gonna let these sit a little bit longer, but they're feeling pretty good. Take a quick look and see what they look like here. We'll make it work. Could have been a little bit more even there. That's a little bit better. Did I bake a beard hair into this? Dude, no way. I think we have a beard hair baked into this piece. Oh yeah, it's right in there. My DNA is literally in my diorama work, so we'll just keep that in mind. Extra texture, right? Exactly. I meant to do that. Okay, while that is chilling, I think I'm gonna cut something else on the hot wire cutter real quick. And guys, I'm thinking of doing a stream where I'll do some Halloween decorations pretty soon too. Nothing too much, but maybe I'll do a little wall, some little simple tombstones and stuff like that. That is Super Sculpey. Yep, Super Sculpey. Polymer clay. Super useful stuff. Alright, let me switch this to... Briscoe said, I resculpted new horns for my Malbogia custom again, and now I just have to pick up the colors for the paint. But my local hobby shop just up and moved on me. Oh man, that sucks. Yeah, it's... Hobby shops don't always stay open, especially if it's the really like specialized ones. I have one here. It might be a Hobby Town USA, but it's been there for a while. It's been pretty consistent. But I tend to buy most of my stuff online these days. Although it is nice walking in there and looking around and stuff. I need to try... It's not really for this kind of thing, but I kind of want to try those speed paints that they've been using for all the minis. It's expensive, but it's interesting the effects they're getting with them. That Red Foo says Target has some small tombstones, 1/18-ish. $1. Well, it's not too bad for $1. Alberto says, I just watched Guardians of the Galaxy 3 and I want to make a dio like the movie. They had a room, half blue, half orange. Yeah, try it. Why not? I haven't seen 3. I've only seen 1 and 2. Only seen 1 and 2. Oh, it's a 3-pack for $1? I mean, it's not too bad. They're small. I mean, you can make tombstones for probably not even a penny. I mean, you could make so many out of a sheet of foam. It's crazy. I could take any piece of scrap foam pretty much and just make a bunch of them. Just time, glue, and paint. All right, let me slice up a couple of things. I just dropped everything there, of course. It was there for 30 years and then out of nowhere, gone. Just a sign on the window for the new location. Okay, well, is it far from you? Not too far. Okay, still a pain to go the extra distance. Yeah. Those blocks sound like balsa wood. They're not, but yeah. It's pretty light material. Let's get this stuff put up. I'm gonna need that, so why don't we put these clay pieces in here. For now. Any of you guys know what this is that I just cut up? I don't know if anyone was paying attention enough, but you might be able to guess. Lincoln Logs? No, not quite. But not far off either, actually. Set that over there. Get this guy out. A crate. No, not a crate. Not a crate, but made of wood. A new Voltron. Could be. Could be Voltron. A long Italian dinner table. Alberto got it. Doc, correct. A long Italian dinner table would be really cool. I've made some little dinner tables out of wood. I had some wood scraps laying around that were really thin from cutting some 2x4s years ago. There's a little kitchen cabinet I had too that I made. And that's all foam. I think it's all foam. These little hinges might be styrene. But pretty cool what you could do just with some foam. But these are wood. These are skinny sticks that I just glued in there to kind of do the skirting. But everything else was just extra pieces from some 2x4s. Now this was an actual craft stick. Thank you. Yeah, this one looks cool because it's got wood stain on it, right? So it brought the grain out, and that really looks pretty neat. You don't see a lot of wood in action figure dioramas. Some people use it, but I think it looks nice. And this was more traditionally sourced, like craft stuff. This is like those little slats they sell at Walmart, skinny sticks, and these were just some square dowel peg things that I got in a craft pack. This one I also stained, but I use a much lighter stain, and you could see like the craft wood doesn't have, I mean the grain I guess is more in scale, but I kind of like this big chunky looking grain. But now a nice long dinner table, that would be really cool. You know, like the one that Batman had, you know, with the pass the salt and had to get up. What was that? I think that was 89 Batman. Okay, we got this. Put a little glue out. We need to get the Dollhouse community to go sci-fi. The Dollhouse community does do sci-fi. There's actually one lady I watch sometimes, and she does like pseudo science fiction in there. There's a lot of crossover with dollhouses and horror. Chicks just seem to love horror. I mean, I don't know if you've noticed, but a lot of women are into horror. Okay, so the dark one would be good for Mythic Legions. Yeah, I think so too. I don't have any Mythic Legions. I have, it's not mine, it's my friend's. One Cosmic Legion, the Warden, the big Warden dude. But I don't actually have any Mythic Legions. I'll probably end up with some eventually. The long tail of the beginning. Briscoe, remember the scenes in these movies. I haven't seen these movies in like 30 years. I can't remember. I remember the movie. It was a good movie. Had fun with it. I can't remember any of the scenes. I haven't watched any of them in a long time. Yeah, my lady is a horror fiend. Yeah, I know. There's just like, there seems to be a really strange correlation with attractive women too in horror films. But, you know, hey, it's all good. Everyone's got to have a hobby. Slog, yeah, it's the Warden Slog. That's a chunky figure. Really big figure, heavy. I like it. I don't like the bubble head that much. I don't know. I know they were trying to go for like that foggy look, but I don't really like the foggy look on it too much. But, you know, hey, I'm sure some people like it. Both love horror. Yeah. I guess it's the excitement, the emotion. I remember being when I was a little kid in the 80s, watching some things like The Exorcist or even Aliens. I remember scared me. You know, I don't know, 6 or 7 years old or something, and The Exorcist. My dad showed me The Exorcist when I was maybe 7 or 8. That scared the crap out of me. But I remember my friend's sister loved that stuff. She would just, oh, you just have to laugh at it. And I was like, I was running like a little girl, like, I don't want to watch this anymore. It's giving me nightmares. And she's like, oh, it's great. El Joe. Hey, what's up, El Joe? Long time no see. Thanks for stopping by. How you doing, man? The scariest movie she had me watch was the Korean version of Shudder. Okay. I don't know that movie. I don't know that one. Right. Alberto says my 7-year-old son picked out Slog from the Four Horsemen table at PowerCon. Wanted the slime guy. Right on. Axion. Ironically, most women are afraid of the dark, but will watch horror flicks and murder mysteries all night and then complain about nightmares. Yeah, well, you know. Exactly, Axion. I don't discuss where I may or may have not have worked before, Joe. No worries, though, man. I never got scared of horror movies. I always loved the blood and gore in movies and was always curious about how they were done. Yeah, I mean, now I get that, Briscoe, but at the time, not so much. Yeah, man. I need to trim it up, and I honestly need a haircut again. But, you know, I had long hair for probably about 14 years, Joe, and then I got sick and landed in the hospital, and it just got all messed up. So when I came out, I had to cut it off because it was just nasty. Didn't want to deal with it. Doctor Sleep. Once again, another movie I haven't seen. I'm gonna have to go through and watch some stuff this year around Halloween. Yeah, Joe, it's been a long time. The beard I started growing at 35, and I'm 44 right now, so 9 years. I did No Shave November 1 year. 1 year. And thank you, Joe, yeah. That was rough. Hospitals are no fun, man. Okay, I gotta get that straight. That's good enough. I'm texturing my ruins die on both sides to paint one side gray and the other side brown stones. Yeah, no, that's cool. I do that sometimes too. How are you going to transition the stones in between one side and the other? Is there going to be, you know what I'm saying? Is it like cinder block, or are they half thickness stones? So you're going to make where the transition is, you know, half. And if it's you're using 1 inch foam, is it going to be 1/2 inch and 1/2 inch? Yeah, I guess we'll do it like that. That makes more sense. One-inch foam, yeah. Yeah, so I guess at the edge of the wall, you know, you have to decide how to transition that. And if you're still in here, Joe, I'm glad you stopped by, man. I'm glad you stopped by. It's good to touch base. Where's the do not push this button? I don't know, man. I don't know where the do not push this button. I didn't make a little square pad this time for a do not push this button. But you know what? Maybe I will do that right now. We can use one of those. Right on, Joe. We do this, I do this, well, we do this every Friday pretty much. I'm bad at sticking to a time, man, so it's kind of like whenever I get on, but it's usually sometime between 9:30 and 11:30 I start, and I just kind of sit on here and do a little craft and chill, man. This pad might be too big. No, it's not bad. Thank you, Joe. Yeah, man. I mean, actually, it was coming, you know, getting better and healing up after I was dealing with what I was dealing with when I was in the hospital that actually got me back into doing this again. You know, I needed to move around and do some stuff before I was ready to go back to work, so I just started doing more and more of this, and I've really been heavy into it for about 2 years now again. All right, Axion, that is your button. When you see this console, that button is there because you asked for it. The Friday night chill stream, absolutely. I do a black base with grays on one side. Yeah, Joe, I mean, honestly, like, I did Warhammer stuff back in the day, but I didn't start doing the dioramas until your brother came by and saw, like, my Wargame stuff in the garage because I was doing the Wargame stuff when I was a teenager, you know, the hills and little castles and stuff like that. But yeah, it was when your brother came by, he saw that stuff in my garage, and he was like, "Hey, do you think you could build me a room or something?" And that was like maybe 2014 or something like that. Random do you do audiobooks? I love my button. Right on. Fat Red Food, do you mean do I talk for audiobooks or do I listen to audiobooks? Yeah. Yeah, I do sometimes. Actually, right now, I'm listening to Robert Jordan's Wheel of Time, Book 1, The Eye of the World. I've been trying to read it again, and I got about halfway, but I'm always busy with my hands and my eyes working on something, so it's better I can just put it on and work on stuff. So I'm going the audiobook route. I'm probably going to try and go through the whole series because I've never finished it. There's 13 or 14 books. I read the first 5 probably 3 or 4 times. I don't know if it was 5. Every time another book came out, I reread the whole series when I was a teenager. Expeditionary Force. No, I have not. What is it? What kind of audiobook is that? Sci-fi but funny? Okay. I was a big fan of Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. And serious. Lovecraft and Conan the Barbarian audiobooks. So I've never done any, listened to any Conan or read any Conan, but that would be something I'd be into. Is the camera getting that good? Yeah, okay, it's looking pretty good. Maybe get a little more light. God, I'm getting old. I can't see this with my glasses on. I gotta look over the lenses. It's bifocal time for sure, but I haven't gotten any yet. So you build and sell or just show them? So Joe, I was doing a lot of commissions before, but these days I'm pretty much trying to just focus on videos and stuff like that and not really selling them too much. But because I just kind of like dealing with what other people want is kind of stressful for me, because I am like random diorama. I'm kind of just like to do whatever. But I'm sure I can sometimes. I tell you what I'd like to do is I'd really like to get something put together where I do like a batch or a mass production or small mass production of like of one item, like a run of items, and do like 20 of the same item or 100 of the same item and just sell them all that way. But I mean, I have a ton of stuff. There's no doubt. There's like piles of stuff in my closet. hate my bifocals. I still look over the top of my glasses. Yeah. I don't know, man. It's doing the stream is rough because, well, my computer broke, so I've been using my laptop. The whole time I've been on this desk, I've been using the laptop, and it works pretty good. But I think if I had my choice, I'd put a big monitor up on the wall so I can blow up all the text and see what the heck was going on without having to take my glasses on and off. Fat red foo. Basically, the Earth gets invaded by aliens and gets thrust into an interstellar war that has been going on for thousands of years. And then the dude finds a sarcastic talking beer can. Is that what that says behind that heart? Okay. Alright. Sounds a little bit like Kurt Vonnegut, almost. You ever read or listen to Kurt Vonnegut, The Sirens of Titan? That was a good one. I don't know if I like that one. Let me see. Son of a bitch. I needed the bigger ones. I need some of the bigger ones, and I didn't make them. Chocolate, Joe. I've got a little dark chocolate over here. Is it loud through the mic? I probably sound like I'm... Take care, Alberto. And thank you for that. Yeah, man. If you ever have something you want to show me that you're working on, feel free to send me a message on a DM on Instagram. No, not at all. Okay. This mic is pretty sensitive. I think we're gonna do this. We're gonna make a slightly bigger piece. Let me move this without dropping this everywhere. I was done with the clay, but I only made up to like the medium size. I need to make these really large. I think up here the larger size, a few of those would look good. Yeah, that'll look cool. Axion, you're not kidding, dude. I have definitely come close to drinking my paint water before, which is why I try to keep it in radically different containers from what I'm drinking. Back in the day, I used to put my paint water, brush water in a mug, and that was a bad idea. I might as well piece this whole thing out. It's crazy though when you do this stuff like live stream and you're interacting and talking and also working on something, but even just the talking, it makes me hungry. Like my blood sugar gets low or something. I feel like I got a snack after a little bit, and I go through a ton of water. I mean, I came here, I had a seltzer. This is gone. I got a cup of water here. I got the emergency bottle of water just in case. I got a few mints and stuff. I had a bag of Doritos, but I pigged out and ate them before. You gotta kind of plan your emergency snacks. But yeah, I definitely don't want to eat any clay. Cook those up. Or break a tooth. A little acrylic paint water never killed anyone. Well, yeah, at least hasn't killed you yet. Probably be alright with a little acrylic. It's not that big of a deal unless you make a habit of it. Yeah, A&T, no, I keep snacks on hand, Briscoe. A&T keeps like full meals on hand, like 3-course meals. That's a little different. I mean, he's got like people delivering stuff to him. I don't have it like that, man. Not yet. Probably needed to do some small ones too, but oh well. Alright, so what do we got? We got those. I'll let that sit there for a little bit. I think I just dropped. Oh, crap. Hold up. Oh, there's one. Yeah, that's not happening. Yeah, if it's really thin like this, it'll cook fast. If it's thicker, it takes a little bit longer. An easy bake oven? Yeah, man, that's what I got going on here. I'm gonna make some brownies in a minute. Now it's just a little, here, I'll pull it up on the extra cam. It's just a little super cheap toaster oven. Got off Amazon. I think it was like one of the cheapest ones. Really small thing. But gets the job done. I think it was maybe like 30 bucks. Might not even been that much. It's pretty inexpensive. Man, now that you said easy bake oven, I want some brownies, dude. I tell you. I need something to get in there. Well, that almost worked. The group basically becomes space pirates and they go around messing with all the different aliens. So Fat Red Foo, is it a free audiobook or did you have to pay for it? Briscoe, not in a very long time, man. I'm past that part of my life. Oh yeah, it's definitely got that sci-fi look if it's like that retro feel. Teletron one. Joe, this one or this red one over here that I made? What's the Teletron? Is that the Transformers? I think that's the Transformers one, right? Mr. Wonderful, what's up, buddy? Yeah, running late as per usual. Or it's definitely not abnormal anyway. That might need a second bake. I'll just leave that there for a moment. I'm always hesitant to run it a little bit too long because I have had the clay burn in there. It gets a little too hot a little too fast. If I had probably a little bit nicer oven, the temperature control would be more accurate. Red, yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, that one was a lot of fun to make. I have a couple of those, but that's the biggest one by far. I kind of made it like almost like a spaceship console. Like, kind of like, not Star Trek because it's a little too retro. Well, I guess it's not too retro for old Star Trek, but yeah. I was thinking of like a Star Trek bridge, but the style isn't really Star Trek. Yeah, that's for 6-inch figures. So Travis, you staying up late? And thank you. I'm going to drop to sleep in a moment. Smash the like button and stop by 2 a.m. here. Oh, dude, I know the e-commerce stuff is it's like a necessary evil sort of thing. Sales are nice. Fit 3. If I do 2, it's going to look like a face. And then yeah, that'll work. It's let me see. It's like called, I don't know, I guess it's like lo-fi, chill, relax music. This is actually a 3-hour chill mix that doesn't have any copyright stuff in it, so I can play it on here without having YouTube freak out on me. But here let me see. Where's the screen? This is it right here. Chill vibes and relaxing gaming music mix. 3 hours. I've tried some other stuff, but I've gotten some copyright problems, even though they said they were all no copyright songs. So this one I have good luck with, and I like it. So it's the same music every stream, but it's all right. It's good to work with because it's just so, there's no lyrics. It doesn't really distract you. Yeah, I don't know who the artists are. That would put me into a trance. Yeah, ambient. Exactly. Even enough? I guess it's even enough. When I lay down after this stream, I hear this music in my head for 4 hours. Really? Okay. I mean, it's not the worst thing you could hear, I guess. You know what? No, I'll put it. Oh, there's another one right there. Damn it. The visuals would trance me. Yeah, I don't watch it too much. Holy Diver stuck in my head for 2 weeks at once. That can happen. That could happen. El Joe, you need to just look up like chill step, lo-fi hip hop if you haven't heard of that, or any of like those study music relaxation mixes they have. They have like nature sounds, all kinds of stuff. When I was getting like really stressed out and had insomnia, I kind of started getting into listening to that years back. Okay, this thing is just not wanting to cooperate. Dude, get on there. There we go. Okay. What else? Oh, we need something up here. Rather have Holy Diver than Taylor. That's true. That's true. Fair point indeed. I listen to a lot of. Why is this heart always in the way? I can't stand it. Hang drum on YouTube. Yeah, I don't know what that is either. Please explain, Axion. What is this hang drum you speak of? Man, we need one more of those. Let me see if I can find that one I kamikazed on the floor. I cannot, but you know what? Maybe I have those ones from the laser cutter. Maybe that, we'll just use 2 of those. Let's see. Let's see how those are looking. Yeah, we'll just use 2 of the little pieces of wood from the laser cutter instead. Better. Okay, you know what? Something right here would be good too. Maybe another. Do we want another big old? Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, let's just do that. This reminds me of AOL chat rooms I used to hang out in the 90s, but way better. Yeah, there was no video back then, that's for sure. And if you got disconnected, it took you like 2 hours to get back online sometimes. A lot of the throat singing music. It's the metal drum that looks like a turtle shell that you play with a mallet or your hands. Is that the one that produces like actual notes as opposed to just like the rhythmic drum sound? Caribbean steel drum. Okay. It's like a steel drum, but different. Okay. I'm going to mess with that a little bit later. Let's let what's on here dry for now. So let me just set this up over here. Okay, eat chocolate, not clay. Chocolate. I'm going to clean up and move a few things around so I can do the other thing I was going to work on. Gonna need the hot glue gun for this one, so I might as well get that plugged in. Don't crew chocolate to your pizza. Yeah, well, if I did, I'd have to coat it with something. Maybe some Mod Podge to seal it in or something like that. Wood texture engaged, indeed. Talk about random. Yeah, we just bounce around, man. The name fits. What can I say? Yeah, I can't hear it because I don't have the headphones on, but foam always comes through really good on the mic. I noticed that when I was doing lots of Instagram reels too, just on the phone even. Just something about that sound comes through very crisp. Some people hate it. I learned that too. Most people like it, but there's a small percentage of people like freaking hate it. Didn't do a cross beam. I need to make cross beams for this. Do I, though? Should I try it without cross beams? No, I think I'm going to try it without the cross beams. Yep, screw it. I don't feel like cutting any more stuff, so we're just going to go for it and see what it turns out like. In that case, I'd better texture all these first, too. My lady cannot stand styrofoam, cardboard, pencils, or markers rubbing. Yep, like some people just do not like those types of sounds. I personally find styrofoam somewhat soothing. The sound of it, anyway, not the dust particles. Yeah, that's true, Axion. It'll be easier to fit them beforehand, but that'll be alright. You're right, I can always kind of shore it up later if I have to. I think because it's not very wide, that the boards will be enough to hold it together. So I'm looking but not yet visualizing what you're making. I had everyone guess what it was before, Joe. It's like a dock. A small little wooden dock. The heart goes away from me in landscape mode. Too hot to fish in Texas, so Random is gonna fish in miniature. Definitely has been too hot. It's been crazy hot this year. Think about that height would be good. It's gonna be a miracle if this thing isn't crooked as heck, but we'll see. Oh, the heart, yeah. Yeah, it's always in the way for me. Yeah, too damn hot, Joe, for sure. It's crazy, man. Absolutely crazy. I don't know about where you are, but we just got some rain tonight, so that was nice. It's supposed to hopefully jump down into the 90s and 80s in the next coming week. Show me a dock that isn't crooked. Fair point. Fair point. It's not even the dirty South anymore. It's just like the dusty South. Sure, Axion. Go ahead and tell us what your cool-ass temperature is wherever you are. Are you in Ohio? 58. 58 degrees, yeah. Where are you in? Are you in Ohio? Near the Hella Dope guys, or pretty close, right? West New York, is that what that is? TK Magic Shop. Dude, finally caught one of your lives. Been watching them on the replay and making my own creations while you build. Okay, very cool, man. Thanks for coming by. One of these days, I might actually have like a schedule, but I don't know, man. I'm not too good with the schedule. Worked as a stormtrooper for Lucasfilm Disney from 2018 to 2020. That's cool, man. Probably hot in that suit, though, I would guess, but still a cool experience. Currently building a Star Wars diorama. You inspire me. Thank you, man. It's always good to hear. You've been doing a lot of dioramas, or is this your first one? $55. I don't even know what it is outside. Let me see. It just rained. Let's see. It just rained and it's 81 degrees. But it was like 110. TK Magic Shop. I have a collectible business and build lots of 1/6 and 1/12 scale customs, but I never had the Proxon until recently. Game changer. Yeah, definitely, man. That thing is awesome. No doubt. No doubt. I have 3D printers. And I just recently got a laser cutter, and I'm sure I'm going to be putting that to use more and more. But the Proxxon is the thing I use the most. Those are good sleeping temps. .81 was the highest temp. Yeah, whatever. I'm pretty sure we had, actually I know, we had whole months that it didn't even get down to 81 in the morning. I mean, you were waking up and it was like 85 degrees. Right when before the sun came up. Absolutely ridiculous. Do I even need these? I kind of feel like I don't need these. Looks better though. I mean, scale, it's roughly 112. Common action figure size scale. Roughly. .1/18 all the way. You know, I've been doing mostly 112 for a while now, and I kind of have been wanting to do some smaller scales again, so that's probably going to happen pretty soon. So Joe, yeah, like the 1/12th obviously is what everything's in, except for NECA, which is 1/10. But like if you want to make something more epic or bigger, it's nice to work in the smaller scale, because you could do like, you know, a whole city or something, and you're limited unless I had a giant, you know, warehouse or something. Maybe one day, but not yet. Some loops. Yeah, I might get something like that too. I've been thinking about it. Also, normally I probably wouldn't just use hot glue for this. I mean, it'll work, but it's quicker to assemble during the live stream. Yes, I literally have a box full of micro machines that I plan on doing a diorama for. Just have so many projects that people purchase that I didn't really get to. Yeah, I know how that is. And sometimes you need to pull back from doing commissions, but you know, you also have to eat, so if you're using that, it's always nice to have some extra income. Need more hot glue, hold on. Deadpool just chilling. It's a good place to drink a beer. Yeah, the Dollar Tree is amazing for a lot of the 1/12 scale stuff. For sure. You know, I don't even keep up with the movies anymore that are coming out, but I will watch Deadpool 3. Deadpools are usually entertaining, so I enjoyed them. I designed professionally for 5 years. After a while, it was soul-crushing death by committee. Yeah. Axion. So I'm not a collector, but I do have a shelf, one shelf of figures. But you gotta understand, like this figure right here, this Deadpool, this is not mine. Actually, it's the guy who's in this chat, El Joe. This is his brother's Deadpool. And I have several of his figures that he lets me use for stuff. And some of them I'm working on for him too sometimes. But then I have some other figures like these. The Joy Toy Space Marines. But those were sent to me. Entertainment Earth. So shout out to Entertainment Earth. And you can use my code RANDOMDIO for 10% off any Entertainment Earth order of in-stock items. So sometimes they send me some stuff. Yeah, Joe. Yup. I have his Cosmic Legion slog too. Hold up. I asked him if I could play with it because I was thinking about maybe building something for him. But this guy, dude, freaking weighs a ton. He couldn't even, I don't think I could put him on this dock. Yeah. He liked it though. He was happy with this figure. He likes the chunkier ones. Never saw a thing random, can't prove it. Yep. Yeah, those Joy Toys are sweet. I really like the paint on them. And I used to play Warhammer, so I was kind of like, I kind of geeked out over getting these because the paint looks very accurate for what you would do if you were painting your army, although the army would be much smaller. Yeah, that'd be him. Yeah, Briscoe, the Joy Toy stuff is nice, but it is definitely pricey. I mean, these are smallish. I mean, they're 1/18th, but they're I think these were like around 70 bucks. And I have a Dreadnought too, and that was like I think 150, but it looks sweet. Oh, more glue. Fat Red Foo, yeah, I imagine people buy those and you know, sometimes people want to get rid of them. I bet you could find them in lots and stuff. Oh yeah, Briscoe, how do you like those, the German soldiers? Is that the ones that have like the gas masks on? Or do they make just some normal looking ones? Because I think I've seen them with like gas masks on. I should have tore up the edges on these boards more. I'm rushing. I guess I can go back through and do it afterwards too. Yeah, we'll go through and damage it all a little bit more after. Yeah. Yeah, the Joy Toy, the details are great. The accessories I thought nice. I mean, I'm not like a big figure guy, so I don't know how much my opinion counts, but I like the paint. I like the shiny paint, like the variation in it. It just has a nice look to it. Like that really looks almost like metal. They kind of feel, I don't know. They feel like they could break, but I haven't broke one yet. But they definitely have like, they come like this one comes with a holstered gun here and then an unholstered and a gun you can hold. So when he's holding the gun, he has the empty holster. Got the sword, the shield. They each come with two heads, a face, and a helmeted head. And I want to say it was at least 2 sets of hands, but it might have been 3. No, not bad. I'll show you the Dreadnought real quick. But this thing's a beast. But I was impressed with some of the parts of it, like back here, the struts. See all the struts, they all move independently when you move the foot around. I thought that was really, really cool. And they even bothered to paint the bottom with a little bit of shading, so the whole thing kind of moves around. Pretty neat. But yeah, it's a big old hunk of plastic. Not super heavy. Like that, the slog is heavier. Yeah, for sure. This thing weighs almost twice as much as this, even though this guy's probably a little bit bigger. But still has that really cool detail, all the like the metal paint and stuff. I really like that. Okay, I'm gonna have to cut that blob of hot glue out. No, that one's mine, Joe. All the Warhammer stuff is mine. He wouldn't be into that. Gas master optional, cool. Yeah, it's got some interesting articulation on it for sure. It's crazy that one of your older videos has been used as a reference for mine now for a while. Is it the basic bricks and blocks video that I did like 9 years ago or something like that? Is that the one you're talking about, TK Magic Shop? Because that one got a lot of views over the years. Yeah, cool. Yeah, that video is kind of what convinced me to go back to YouTube, because I just randomly made I think it was 5 videos back then, put them up, kind of stopped doing YouTube, never thought about it again, and 3 years later I go back and check, and that one video had like, I don't know, maybe like 40 something thousand, 50,000, because it started really slow and it just kind of sat in the top slot on Google. For obviously, you know, action figure dioramas weren't getting a ton of hits back then, but when you searched it would come up first in the Google search results for probably a couple of years, and it just, I think it's at like 60,000 views or something now. I've never had any other video come close to that on YouTube. On Instagram and stuff, I've had reels I had one reel do 4 million, which was crazy, but not this year. Last year I was getting some viral stuff. This year it's been kind of what you would expect for the count, you know, the follower count I have. Yeah, slog? Sure, man. And this comes off too. So you got like the little, they do a really good job of hiding the joint. There's no swivel here, so you just have the knee and the ankle. I always like the textures they have, like the different textures they put on these figures. The Four Horsemen stuff is very impressive. I think he comes with like a pad, but only one accessory, and I told my buddy not to bring that over because I don't want to lose it. I got crap everywhere, so. Oh yeah, the head rotates too. Awesome, but to me they a bit small. Joe, you think which ones are a bit small? The Warhammer stuff or the Mythic Legions. Or Cosmic Legions. Oh, boss fight figures. I get it. I think. Boss fight. Okay. I'm actually not familiar with boss fight. I've probably seen them, but I can't remember what they look like. Oh, really? Fantasy? I do like fantasy. So TK, that was almost a running joke here for a while. I had this little pink glue gun. Well, on Instagram, people were making fun of my crappy pink glue gun. And then when I started live streaming, I told everyone how I've had this glue gun for like 15 years. It's always been good, and then it broke that stream. And so I have 3 glue guns, I think. I have a cordless one too, which is kind of cool, but it's bigger, and I like a smaller glue gun. Dry for a minute. It still works like crap. Nice. Yeah, I had like this little pink girly glue gun, so people were commenting on it on Instagram and on TikTok too, I think. Yeah, this is my OG glue gun. I mean, look at that. It's so freaking messed up. But it worked really well for a long time. And see, even this one, this newer one, it's always leaking. So when you have it on, it's always leaking. This one did not do that at all. But I got a silicone mat right here. And if you don't have a silicone mat, you need one, because that is like fantastic. Nothing sticks to it. Glue, you just peel it off. Paint, anything you get on there pretty much, except crazy glue, will just come right off when it's dry. So much easier than dealing with newspaper or something like that. Yeah, Joe, I've seen some of your kit bashing. I can't remember. Your brother showed me some of it, but man, my memory is starting to get crappy. It was a while ago. Yes, I didn't have one for years, but bought one. It changed everything, especially resin projects. Yeah, I got one near my resin printer too. Super, super good. Have to mantle that when I finally retire it. You know what, Briscoe? That's actually a good idea. Put it on a little wooden plaque. And I got the laser cutter now, so I could, put something on there like little pink glue gun, years of service 2001 to 2022 or something like that. Joe, I don't know, Joe, if you're on YouTube. You're on YouTube now. I'm guessing you are. I know I've seen your stuff on Instagram, and I think you got some stuff on YouTube, but I can't remember. I'm terrible at this point, man. I've looked at like thousands of people's toy pages, and I don't know. Can't remember. Feels like right around when I turned 40, I just started forgetting everything. Not terribly, but just people will tell me their names. I'm like, yeah, okay. A week later, I have no idea who they are. Yeah, TK, that probably can contribute to it as well. I used to drink quite a bit, and I smoked some when I was younger, much younger. Stress doesn't help either. I don't have a boat for the dock, although I've always wanted to build one. But I guess for this dock, it would be a tiny boat. I could make a dinghy. Maybe we'll do a dinghy. Maybe on another stream. I might have had a period. That was before you knew me, Joe. I was pretty much done with that by the time I was like 22, 21, 22, right around there. But in my teenage years, like in high school, yeah, a lot. And when I first got to Texas for a few years, a lot. Make the Jaws boat? Stargate first. We'll see on the Stargate. That's on my list of random dioramas. If I ever get around to actually doing that stream, which I will. I will. Oh, nice. Joe, heck no, man. Are you kidding me? I haven't even seen that dude in like 20 years? I don't know. Some crazy amount of time. Some people use resin to create a water effect, but you have to vacuum the air bubbles in a container first, then pour from the correct height, then use Mod Podge to create the waves. You know, TK Magic Shop, some of that, yeah, that was a long time ago, the good old days. You don't need to do all that. You can, and if you're trying to do a deeper pour, yes. But if you're just trying to do like a thin pour to make like a stream or a creek or something like that, you could just take some resin, mix up A and B in a cup, get the pour in, and then when it's drying, come hit it with a heat gun after, and it'll be totally fine. You'll get a heat gun, or I use a little propane torch to get most of the bubbles out. Might not be perfect, but the result will look pretty darn good. And although most of the people in here have seen it already, I'll show you a piece here in a second. I feel like I need some chunks out of here, but I should have done that before. Yeah, TK, I'll show you here in a second, man. So, if you're trying to be super fancy, yes, but you can get some pretty cool effects without doing all that. And you definitely don't need that degassing chamber. But once again, if you're doing deep pours, very nice to have. I've never used one, but I haven't done anything too deep either. I might get into that though. I already have enough new tools that I need to start utilizing. Looking a little bit more rugged. Okay, let me make some room. A light mist of rubbing alcohols. I haven't done that. Thank you. Yeah, so I don't know. Have you seen any of the Instagram videos I did on this one, TK? Thank you, guys. Thank you. Yeah, this was not super... I mean, at least the resin part of it was not super difficult to do. TK, honestly, yeah, social media sucks in some regards. It's good for toys and the hobby stuff, but it's a double-edged sword. I sometimes wish I didn't spend as much time on there as I did. So yeah, just doing the resin pour like this, you can see it's not super deep. You're just gonna have to put something here on all the edges that it touches to stop it from running off. So I use like a little acrylic sheet and I just taped it down, and that was able to hold this back because not a lot of pressure because it's not super deep. I had the paint and it was Mod Podge with sand on here for the texture. Just did some little painting underneath there to get that darker look in the middle to kind of give it a little bit of a depth look. And then I just hit it with the torch after. There's a few places there are bubbles, like I have a few bubbles right there around the rock, but that doesn't look bad. And I melted this piece a little bit with a torch, but I just could have been more careful. No air chamber, none of that. Mix part A, part B. I think I have it up here. No, it's downstairs. But if you wanted to, and you really wanted to make it super simple, just dig out in the middle where it doesn't even touch any of the ends and pour it in there and let it dry that way, because it does want to run off the sides. That can be, and if it starts running, it can be a real mess. Here, let me show you one that's a little bit deeper. So this is a smaller piece, obviously, but you can see the resin is significantly deeper. And while doing this, I had to build a box of acrylic around it, basically. Now, as you can see here, it started to peel away, and I actually had leaks. So I started to have to build all this is like came down over the foam. So I had some leaks going on, and it lost a tiny bit of height. I had to constantly build like a little barrier around it. But if you do this and it really does spring a leak like badly, because it basically flows like really thick water, there's not much you could do, right? Because you can't touch it, you can't clean it up when it's liquid, and you're just kind of stuck with whatever it does. And once it gets on something, like if it gets on your garage floor, it's gonna be there. It's not really easy to deal with. Okay, so it's both. I did some painting on the base underneath to do like the green on the sides here to do the multiple tones, but this does actually have color in it. If you want to tint resin, you can't, I don't think you can use paint or anything like that, but the standard thing people use is alcohol inks, which you can buy like a set with every color in the rainbow on Amazon, probably for like 30 bucks or something. And yeah, you just mix, they have little droppers on the end, you just mix it up. And I think I put yellow and green in this. Joe, yeah, you can encase a Captain America figure in that stuff, for sure. You wouldn't be able to do it in one pour, probably, because this particular type of resin, I think you're not supposed to pour more than like 1/4 of an inch at a time, or 1/2 inch, and then you gotta do multiple. This was 2 pours, but it came out even enough you can't see the line, but sometimes you can. Resin's not cheap though. The nicer resin that I think I'm going to use, and if you were to do Captain America, you'd have to get what they call deep pour resin, and for like one jug it's like $100 for I think that's about a gallon or half a gallon. It comes in 2 parts. Usually 2 parts, you mix them together equal parts. At least that's what this was. I think some of them have like an activator you mix in. Tomorrow I'm going. Yeah, where did I get it? I got it at, I think I bought it on Amazon, but it's like a Home Depot type of resin, this specific one. I think I have it on my Amazon page. I did a video for it. So there is a video on Amazon. Let me see. It's going to be hard to find. Yeah, I don't see it. I don't know. If you ask me about it, I'll look it up later if you hit me with a message. All right, Fat Red Foo. Have a good night, man. Thanks for hanging out. Home Depot has good mesh wire for 1/12 scale. Also, that's where I get XPS foam. Yeah, I get all my XPS foam from Home Depot. What do we got? It is 2:08 already. Holy crap, this is 3 hours? All right, guys. You guys got me talking. So, I'm going to get off here. Fat Red Foo, he like sounded the bell, and now we're all heading out because yeah, it's late. I got a late start tonight, but 3 hours, pretty cool, good stream. Thanks guys for hanging out. Joe, good to see you. I hope you stop by again. Like I said, I do this on Fridays. I might do another stream before then, but I'm not making any promises. Hope everyone has a good weekend. And once again, thank you for coming by. Take care, everyone.